Hi guys, so I done a poll on my Instagram with regards to creating a look using my new favourite palette, whether you wanted to go natural or glam. It was the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk Palette, and the results came out at 53 to 47, so it was so close. Because it was so close, I am going to film both. I probably would have filmed both anyway, but I wanted to start out with the one that actually won, which was the natural. When I got this palette, I was literally amazed by the shades in this. They are so pretty. I have used it. I've literally not stopped using it since the day that I got it. It's just stunning. Just look at those. Look at that in the light. The shades are just beautiful. So I'm going to try and create the really natural look with this palette. So I'm going to probably just use the first three shades here. So that is Desert Sand, Musk and Eden. Then I'm probably just going to top it off with either Celestial or Angelic. I haven't decided yet. So if you're wondering what I've got on my face at the moment, there is a previous IGTV/YouTube video. It's my perfect face base using my two new favourite products for my base, which is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base and the Ordinary Coverage Foundation High Coverage. It just sits really well on my face, and I say in that video how I found the combination, etc. So go and watch the other video if you want to know what I've got on my face at the moment. So that's why I haven't finished my face in the previous video, because I wanted to film this straight after. So I've done my brows and I've done my natural face base. So I am going to darken my base up, because this is what I would use just going to work, and I am going to work today, so the work girl's going to be a little bit shocked when I go with a full face of makeup, because I never ever go in with a full face of makeup. So starting out, to prep the eyes, I'm going to use the MAC Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot. So I generally just pop this on with my finger, so I just run it around the edge and pick it up and just pat it through my eye. It's a really good base because it's got some sort of base colour, so you don't necessarily have to go and put a base colour through. I really like this, and you can use this to cut the crease. You can see the difference already, how bright it's made my eyes. So I'm just going to go and do second eye, and I always apply with this with my finger. I just feel that it warms a lot better and sits better once I've applied it with my finger. And then you can always go and even it out with a sponge, which I like to do, the Real Techniques Miracle Eraser Sponge. Just takes away any harsh lines that you may have got. I know because my nails are a bit longer at the moment, I generally get one right here on the inside of my nose. So that is the base down. So normally I would put on tape if I was going full glam, but because I'm going a slightly natural colour today, I'm going to just keep it as it is. You would have seen my video with regards to the trick of the tape before, so go and check that out if you want to see my easiest eye trick for you guys. Okay, so now the base is down, I'm going to go straight in with the shade Desert Sand. This is just to even out any discoloration that I may have. It's so pigmented, it picks up a lot of product. You'll see this when I tap it, just because you don't want too much excess product, and you can see that colour go straight on there. It does lighten everything up. I have used this shade before on a look, just as a base. And just go and repeat it on the other eye. So going in with the next shade, using a Morphe M200 brush. Sorry, the previous brush that I used, it was a crown brush, but I don't have the number on it, but it's just a normal flat kind of shade packing brush. So this is the M200. I bought so many of these. I've got one that I keep clean that I just use for blending. So I'm just going to go in with Eden first. And again, picks up a lot of shadow. And just take that up to the brow bone here. The key to this is to make it look natural, always going with less product and then just build it up slightly. You just don't want it to look too heavy, and obviously the colour of the shades definitely helps, so I am going with the lighter shades. And just blend it all the way through. That is the trick to it, it's just to keep blending it. And then I'm going to go and repeat that on the other eye. And there you have the base shade down. So that is the Eden. You can deepen that up by just focusing a lot more product on the outer eye as well if you want to just deepen that up. But like I said, I'm trying to do a natural with this palette. I'm trying so hard because I love it so much and I just want to go full in with all the shades. So the next one that I'm going to use is the Musk shade, again using exactly the same brush, just lightly tapping that in the top, getting a tiny amount of product and just focusing that just on the outer corner. And you'll notice it just deepens up that crease slightly. So you can go in a little bit heavier if you'd like. It is entirely up to preference. Just taking that through the crease and blend, blend, blend. I am actually going to go in with amber just slightly. I love this colour. It's a really, really nice shade. So if you go in with it lightly, it will look natural. Okay, so I'm just going to switch to a different brush now, which is another crown brush. It's the C147 round angled blender, and I'm just going to use that to bring that just up into my brow slightly, just to buff it through on both eyes. So you can see that it's just taking it up slightly. And there you go. So that's, you can see the shade on that. The pigment is a lot darker in real life. I don't know why it's not showing up on there. But it's a lot more pinky, as you can see from the Eden shade there. It's a little bit pinkier. So I am going to go in with Oud, which again is a little bit darker, just to darken the outer corners. And it's literally just popping it in there. And I'm going to show you what I do after. So again, same brush. See, it's sat on there. So the next brush that I use is just one that I got in the Elizabeth Arden Blockbuster set. It's an angled, like kind of big puffy brush. And I'm just going to pull that up and through the crease, just slightly, just to blend it through. Okay, so I'm now going to go back in with the Painterly paint pot, just because I'm going to add a bit of glitz to it. And I'm just going to use a brush, a flat brush, to kind of not cut crease it, but just give it something for the glitter or the pigment to stick to. So I'm just using another one, Elizabeth Arden one that I used or got in the Blockbuster set, just picking up some product there. And I'm not going to completely blend this through, I'm literally just going to lightly pat it on the inside. I'm not doing a harsh cut crease or anything like that. I'm just packing that on there. And then I'm going to go in with my finger. So I'm going to go, decisions. I'm going to go with Celestial, just because it's a little bit of a lighter shade. You can see that pigment there. I'm just going to place that on top of the Painterly. And you can bring that through to the area that hasn't got any of the Painterly on. It will blend it quite nicely. I just love the colour of these shades. You can see the slight pink pigment in it. And I'm going to go back in with my brush, my M200 brush, and I am going to deepen it up slightly. I know I said I was going natural, but I'm going to just deepen it up slightly, just because it doesn't really show off on camera. I don't know why, but you can see that it's a natural look there. So I'm going back in with a Musk here. I'm just going to deepen the crease and pull it out to the edge. Just deepen and pull. Deepen and pull. And you can see a big difference in that already, actually. And I'm just going to wipe that off, and then I'm going back in with Eden there, just to bring that all back together. So the mascara that I'm going to use today, just because you asked for a natural look, is the Rimmel Glam Eyes to Day to Night. So I'm just going to go and curl my lashes and separate them in one moment. I'm actually just going to finish the rest of my face and just darken up the rest of my face quickly, because I always put my setting spray on before I put mascara on. So I'm going back in from my previous video with the MAC Matte Bronzing Powder, and I'm just picking up a lot more product than I did in my previous video, and I'm taking that in deep in the cheekbones there. So you'll see a big difference when I sit like that. So this has still got some sort of contour, but it's just not as deep. And taking that round the forehead. And the neck as well. I'm just going to quickly do a little bit more blush. And that's the Nip and Fab Travel Palette in light to medium, so a little bit more blush there. And I'm just going to highlight my brow bone now. So the highlighter that I used was the YSL Couture highlight. It's a really solid highlight itself, but it's a really nice colour. And once you actually get it onto the face, it looks really, really nice. So you can see it on there. It's really subtle, but it's a really nice colour. I'm just using an e.l.f. Angled brush here. So compared to other highlights, this I am actually having to dig the brush in to pick up more product if I want a more dramatic look. So just keep that in mind if you're going to try that highlight there. I almost want to say they're a baked highlight because it takes so long to pick product up. So top of the lip, top of the cheeks again, and even to put it on, you do have to really push down on it. Maybe it's the brush I'm using, I'm not sure, but I've had this problem quite a lot with this highlight. But when it goes on, it's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to reset my face with the MAC Fix Plus. I'm literally nearly out of this, but it's my favourite. So I'm just going to rehydrate it, and I'm going in with the mascara, the Rimmel Glam Day to Night, the Lengthen Wand. Always going with the Lengthen Wand first, and then if I want, I can go in with the volume. But this really does lengthen those lashes. You'll see the difference in a minute when I show you. So I'm just going to finish up the lip. As I've gone quite natural on the eye, I'm going to go darker on the lip. So I'm using the Rimmel 1000 Kisses lip liner in Cappuccino. I find this shade is so underrated. I love this shade. So the next thing that I'm going to go in with is the Clarins Instant Light Lip Balm, and it's in shade 06. This is a really gorgeous colour. I do normally use this with a brush, so I don't know why I'm doing it differently today. And just to go on like so. It's Marc Jacobs 314 Moon Glow, and it's called Enamoured, I think. No, it's Enamoured High Shine. And there you have it. That would be my natural glam, well, with an extra statement lip. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am going to take a picture with lashes just to show you the difference, and I'll post it on my Instagram so you can see it. It was really hard for me to go natural with this look, especially using an amazing palette like this with the colours, the shades. It's amazing, it's beautiful, it's so nice. So one palette, if you do buy it, get the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Thanks for watching.